Welcome back. As we continue right here at Pittsburgh CW, Bob Pompeani, Ron Cook. You can reach us on our Twitter addresses, also at KDPomp, at Ron Cook PG. Karen Mastriani has done that, and she says, how about a shout-out to Quaker Valley boys basketball team, 21-0, section champs, first undefeated season in school history. How about what's happened at Quaker Valley with Jerry Vecchio and the football team?
Win the state
Win
title.
a state, and now this team is 21-0, and they got some really talented kids on it. That's a great story out there in Sewickley. All right, let's go out to the lines. We got line 2. That's Rob in the Hill District. Hey, Rob, how you doing?
Hey, Bob, I got a trade rumors going around. I don't know if it's
all right,
true, but
bring it.
It's Ole Mata, Daniel Sprung, the goaltender Philip Gustafsson, a Sweden dude, Matt Hunt with defenseman Connor Sherry, plus a first-round draft pick for Eric Carlson and John Panjo. I'm telling you, it's going down.
I'm not doing it. Zero chance for me to do it.
You got to do it.
First of all, it's lunacy. I think right now Ole Mata is better than Eric Carlson. He's not the same type of player. Carlson is a offensive guy, but I think Ole Mata is one of the guys who they love. You've seen what you got from him this year when he had no injuries and he had a whole season or off season basically to get ready for the season. He has been strong. Now you're throwing in Sprong, Gustafsson, Sherry, and a #1 pick. I think that's way too much, and I wouldn't even.
Well, I'm not. I love Ole Mata. I'm not quite ready to say he's better than Carlson. No, I think Carlson is one of the best defensemen in the league by far. You know what he did in that playoff series last year. Just to me, it took my breath away. But I don't look for them to make that kind of major move. No, I don't.
No, I don't know what Rob's drinking over there, but come on, Rob, pass him along. John in Banksville. Hey, John, how you doing?
Good, gentlemen. How you guys doing?
We're good, thanks.
I'm glad that last guy is not the general manager. But a comment and a question. The Penguins, seems to me, they've done the same thing the last 2 years, and I think it's good. 2 years ago, they traded the coach and got Sullivan because they were, we're not going to make the playoffs. Seemed to start off a little slow last year, and I'd much rather do it this way. I'd much rather get your legs back and turn it on the second half of the season than start 20-5 in the first half of the season and then peter out the second half.
Well, that's been their calling card. They've come on strong when it matters most.
Yeah. Now, my question is this. Besides Hornquist, is there anybody up
Cole
to leave next year?
Ian Cole.
Ian Cole's a free agent as well.
Okay. Well, you know, Hornquist, I hear rumors, of course I hear rumors all the time, that he might not be back. They may trade him. I really think he's an important...
They can't trade him at the end of the year. They could trade him now if they want, but...
I think they're going to take another cup with him, run with him. I don't think they're going to trade him, and they'll try to do a deal with him. We had Rutherford on our radio show a week or so ago, and he said, I normally don't like to negotiate deals during the season, but I'll make an exception for him. He's very valuable to us. Now, Hornquist is awfully close to the big payday if he waits till the end of the year. And if he gets that far, I don't see him coming back.
No, and I think he's earned that right to be in that position, and I think he's going to see what it's like.
That's the system, absolutely.
And he will. And somebody out there knows how important he is. And I know that the Penguins would love to see him come back here, but if he gets an offer that they can't match just because of the salary cap, they're not going to do that. Line 4 we go. It's Jerry in Hempfield. Hey, Jerry, how you doing?
Hey, Bob. Every Major League Baseball team is supposed to get $50 million, I guess, from the media.
They already did.
Now, okay, now that's free money to Nottingham. It doesn't cost them a penny. Now, why doesn't somebody say, why don't you use that money to buy players?
We've already said that. They have. It doesn't say specifically where that money goes. We don't know where it goes. It should go there, but it doesn't necessarily.
Well, that's what I mean. Why doesn't somebody question and say,
why don't they put it in the actual, language, Ron? Why don't they say, the league says, look, this money is designed and it must go to your bottom line.
They do have rules that you have to put so much of your revenue sharing into your product. And the baseball officials and Rob Manfred said the Pirates meet every obligation.
You said product.
The union and the Major League
say
product.
Payroll.
Well, it's not major. There's other parts of a Major League product. You got to put that money back into your product. And baseball said they meet all the obligations. You may not like it. You may disagree. Manfred, we had on our show last year, he raved about Bob Nutting, what a terrific owner he is. He gives the Pirates a chance to win.
Now, how can he say that?
I'm just telling you what he said. And he also said the thing I love about him, he cares about the league. He doesn't just look after his own team. He wants to do what's best for the league.
But that should be the last of his. He should be wondering, number one, what can I do to make this team a winner? And by doing some of the things we've seen, the answer is that's not what he's doing. So, you know, the bottom line here is with no floor, no cap, you can do whatever you want to do, and it does not lend itself to winning. Quite frankly, it doesn't, unless you get lucky and everything lines up. That's why, you know, I think it would be difficult to be Neil Huntington, knowing that there is a budget, and you got to stick to that budget, and you can't have guys who might command the kind of money you want to pay him, but you can't pay him. I think it's frustrating. Let's go to Dave in Bell Vernon. Hey, Dave, how you doing?
Yeah, Bob, I want to just take this opportunity to agree with Cookie on his comments last night on your show about Barry Bonds. I completely agree with his comments about the Giants retiring his number. Mm-hmm. I think it's disgraceful for a cheater. You know, we made a big deal about Belichick cheating. Baseball's no different. A cheater's a cheater. So let's just come right down and say it the way it was.
Well, thank you. I mean, I'm against it, but obviously, you know, they won it in San Francisco. The fans love Bonds, and you know, if he'd have had his second half of his career here, like he did in San Francisco, we'd probably want to retire his number here too. It's just amazing what you overlook for one of your own.
Pitt and Penn State doesn't look like it's going to go on any time longer after this current deal is up. We'll talk about that and some other stuff when we come back here. You're watching the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Go on the Borders and Borders Hotline. We're here 7 nights a week on Pittsburgh CW.